Yay! Go Cliff! Alright! And Carol! Awesome. Fantastic. Let's switch over to the live show. Turn the volume down for you. Right about there. And we'll launch the gemstone video. The gemstone video for the gemstone this week is Prehnite. Lovely Prehnite. Man, it's such a nice little crystal. Grows in these beautiful little grape ball shaped thingers. Really, it looks like yeah, I've got to change my view settings so that I can actually control things. I had this, I said set the view or play right on top while playing. Never. So there we go. Now we can actually look at the layering and the chats and the controls for the show. Yeah. There we go. Hey. We got some frostiness on the bottom there. A little bit of frost going on. Another thing, Shane, right? Yeah. I got a plan for the seeds. But then there was something else. Oh, the camera. Yep, we got a camera coming in. Yep, a microscope camera. I was having so much trouble deciding. I might even send the microscope camera back. I really hate to do that, order things and send them back. I like to be sure. If there's a problem, I'll send it back. But I don't want to order something and then be like, oh, this is a better idea. But then again, I don't know. It depends on if it's a 1080p camera or not. If it is, that's gonna be good enough. It should be good enough for the show. But then I noticed 5 megapixel endoscopes, which I could actually use the endoscope for other things, like repair. And so I'm like, well, this big thing of hair is actually touching my eyelash. And if I had one of the microscope cameras or endoscope cameras, I could show you. It's right down there, touching that lash. Not anymore. Now it is again. Yeah, that's weird. Okay, and I wasn't trying to look at the hair, I was trying to look at the screen so I could see what I was showing you. Cheers! Welcome to this week's program. I actually broke it. I broke the 30 joke mark. So proud. I am so proud of the 30 joke mark that I actually set aside 2 jokes and deleted 2 of them. So we were up to 34, and there was one earlier I was thinking about and I didn't even push for it, which I'm gonna feel so salty. I was trying to relax and not stress myself, right? Usually the jokes just come to me, but every time after the show, yeah, right after the show, I got like nothing for a day or so, and I'm like, what am I gonna do with next week's show? And I'm so stressed out because I'm like, I want each show to be better than the last, and that's just not gonna happen. Oh, look, our frosty frozen thing down at the bottom has made its upper appearance. Cheers. Let's try it out. Now that's frost. That's water too, watch. It's not Mountain Dew. Boom. See? That's Mountain Dew. That's water. And that's a thing. I had other things to talk about, probably. Gonna be fixing that motherboard. Fixed a couple radios. Kind of feel bad about not live streaming that. That would have been a good thing to live stream. Not sure why I didn't. I don't remember. I think I was just really, really busy. And I didn't want to fire it up. I didn't want to try and fire everything up. Because, I mean, they weren't really that big of a deal, but the one of them was kind of an interesting case, because the volume button, like turning the volume button up, the volume would go up a couple notches and then go down a notch and up a couple notches, then down 3 notches, then up 4 notches, and then I spin it faster, and it never really worked right. So I pulled the front off of the radio, and there wasn't enough solder on some of the things. Now, I took my soldering iron, went bloop, doop, 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 and put some solder on the things, and they were connected, and it worked. But why wouldn't there be enough solder on the things? So I started thinking about electronics manufacturing, and how the boards, the circuit boards, have the components, and some of them are on top, and they go through an oven that bakes them, and then it melts all the solder in place. Other ones, and I come back to that, I have SMT certification, so I know what I'm talking about, you know. And the other ones, they poke through the board. They poke through, they're called through-hole components. They poke through the board, and then the board goes along a conveyor belt, and there's like molten solder in this it's called a solder reflow, and it's like this waterfall, or this bubbling waterfall of solder, and the board goes right past the top of it, and these things are down in it, and they soak the solder up, and it makes the connection through capillary action, it's called. It's wicking the solder up. Wicks the solder up. Well, let's say that board, and the bubbly starts to run out of solder, and it gets down low, and some of the pins hit and some of them don't. So there's a guy or gal or person, a worker person or bot, but probably eventually it's got to be a person, and they're carrying it all along, you know, and they're doing this machine maintenance and all that, and they have to do different things to maintenance the machine, and they have to drop in solder bars. They look just like big lead bars, like big gold bars, but they're shiny lead-y solder. And so they drop one of those in there, and you got to, you know, full protective equipment so you don't get this 700-degree solder splashed on your face. It looks like the Terminator from Terminator 2, being all liquid metal and all that kind of stuff. And so they add the bar, but they didn't add the bar when my radio went by, so I had to bar it up myself. And that's what that was all about. Glad you were here for that story. Hey, Colette's here, and Ron said that my radio was made by Ford. Ron, I've seen some pretty gnarly Ford radio-related problems. Yeah. I remember when I was a kid, my dad had a radio that worked sometimes, and he'd bam on the dash, and then it would start working again. He had to Fonzarelli the dash just right, and it would actually work. Yeah, it was the weirdest thing. And he said, one of these days, this dash is going to fall apart. And he went, bam, and the radio started working, and a screw fell out of the bottom. Oh, that was a funny moment. So, let's see. What were we talking? We really weren't talking about anything. So, Colette, you were asking me about my Amazon page, And I thought that was a great idea. Because okay, well, we talked about, like I said, we could talk for a really long stream about Amazon. Amazon, I remember I was at a store asking for some shelf space consideration, and the gal was kind of warm, I mean, for lack of more details. And then when I mentioned that the product was on Amazon, she started ignoring me. Like, she was ready for me to go away. It's like, alright, you have that thing? And, because that's, like, the Apophyllite, the thing I cut last week, that's where I got it. And, I remember thinking that, Amazon gave me shelf space. And this particular store didn't give me shelf. I'm the smallest business of them all in this particular example. And so for Amazon to actually give me shelf space, and I mean Walmart didn't give me shelf space, but Amazon not only gave me space in their catalog, what do you call it, their catalog? What's a catalog? They gave me space in their online catalog, but I qualify, like I read everything, and I did everything, and I qualify for the Amazon Prime shipping thing. Insert word here. Program. That's what it is. I have words, I swear. So what I did is I boxed up a whole bunch of product and I sent it on out to Amazon, and they literally gave me space on their shelf in their warehouse. Now there's a lot more to talk about from that point forward, but I will say that they've been helpful. They're my order fulfillment center. And they're a trusted order fulfillment center and trusted transactor. I guess you could say that. I had a Ford Explorer with soldering issues. What kind of radios do you work on? Ron, this was the radios were part of a thing. Cause I just got done repairing a couple amplifiers. I think I did that on stream, right? No, I didn't. Shame on me. I did take video. But I need to repair more of this stuff on stream. It's just that it takes so long and it makes for a really boring hangout stream. I try to stick mostly to the gem stuff. Actually, maybe I did do a soldering hangout stream on my YouTube administrator channel. That's what it was. That's what it was. Which reminds me, we need to do a chatbot stream. We have a chatbot stream coming up. We have a Do I Subscribe to You stream coming up. I have that planned. I have I have a stream for my 22 Gemstones channel. I'm going to do a live stream on that and upload some video this year. Let's see. So the radios, just to kind of wrap that up, Ron, they're called Mechless, which is the mechanical-less radios, which are like $20 SD card readers that you put in your car. And I mean, it's a full car radio, but it's not deep because it doesn't read a CD. They're only like this deep. Yeah, they're really lightweight too, because the only mechanical parts are the buttons. There's no CD, no tape. It's all SD cards, Bluetooth, and auxiliary port, or AM FM. If you're lucky enough to get AM, gee whiz, a lot of them are so crummy. Some of the car radios, like the screen radio that I put in my grandma's car, it's so cool because it's an Android. You can download apps, you can surf the internet, it has Wi-Fi, you can even make it a hotspot. But you can't make it a 12-hour clock. it's only a 24-hour clock. And it keeps resetting to Chinese time. Like 0 o'clock over there on the GPS. It's like, I can't remember what the name of the city is. Wowzoo. I don't know, Wowzoo province, something like that, yeah. But it's like, man, a clock is kind of an important part of the radio. Before your antenna gets broke, right? Wrap up your radio before your antenna gets broke. Okay, yeah, because you're, well, some cars don't have antennas, but I did actually see something really cool the other day. I saw a dragonfly land on a truck antenna, just perched right there on the top of the antenna, just bloop. Then he got up and he spun around, landed again, looked the other way. That's got to be like standing on top of a tower. What was I talking about? Something or other? Probably. So after the radios, Ron, we're actually getting into a motherboard. My old motherboard. Oh, I know what I soldered on the live stream. Yeah, that was recent. Ron, I soldered some underdash LEDs. Yeah, I bypassed the chip because they didn't have a memory on them. Every time you fire it up, it's flashing. And every time you remove the power, it loses its. So I mean, I could try and put in a low current regulator or something, but what I found is that it draws too much power just leaving it plugged in to remember, and having it off. I have to. Well, let's just say I had to bypass the chip so that it doesn't flash every time I open the door. You open the door and the underdash is flashing. Yeah, not every time. So I just bypassed the chip that does all the flashing. I actually wired it up separate because the LED strip has 4 wires on it. One of them's ground, and then it has the red, green, blue. So if I fire up just the red, it's red. If I fire up all of them, it's all the colors, so it's white. So what I did is I tied the 2 of them, and of course they put the red in the middle of the 2. And red matches my dash, so I tied off of the red and I tied off of the green and the blue, so that way I can either have it be white when the door opens, or I can have it be red when I push the pimping mode button. Jacob's eyes are flashing. It's part of the gems. Lights, camera, Jackson. Colette, you like this gem? This is an awesome gem. I really like this gem too. I cut this gem for Jeanette. She's doing a stream, some kind of a giveaway moderator stream. So cheers to Jeanette, and cheers to her for always hanging out and supporting the show and supporting small creators. I mean, not just this show, but other shows. Really cool stuff. So we're actually going to send this gem to Jeanette, the one up in the corner, for her to check out because it's cool. But I do have another gem that is almost done, Colette. I can't promise it to you because if this gem's done, it's gonna go. This gem, I have to take it back to the grinder, and let's say, Colette, I'm gonna take a drink because I keep holding this thing. Cheers, John C. How's it going? Where is the General at? Does he stream on Twitch or something like that? I haven't seen the General in a million years. Look at that, John. This sip is for you, man. Cheers. To all the soldiers down in the trenches and at the wheels of the tanks of the General. Hey, John, doesn't this look like a tiny robot arm with a boxing glove on it that's about to just poof, conk? Yep, that's the robot arm. Great. Jeanette is great. She's as great as this giant mud flap I got going on. Man, this thing is unruly. I usually put it in like a ducktail, but it's just getting so long. I've been actually looking into going and getting a haircut. It's gonna happen. I mean, look at this giant thing. I tried to comb it, and that's what you see. So there you go. Welcome to the program. So let's see. Yeah, he stopped YouTube for a while. He's on Twitch. Ah, gotcha. I'm gonna have to check that out. Well, John, I'm part of his Discord, so shame on me, for not being over there. But I mean, I should look into it a little bit more. But you know, I miss the general because he's such a positive streamer. Oh wow, we're at the end of that video. Was that 20 minutes already? So, Colette, like I say, I might lose this thing while I'm trying to cut it, you know. See, it's not polished yet, that's the problem. It's all cloudy. But it's basically that's the gem. And if it works out, we're going to feature this one next week. Y'all get to see this one get cut. Isn't that a nice big old ring gem? Yeah, it's going to be cool. We got to get Benny a gem. Benny's so nice. Benny Loco! Hello and cheers. Hey, Benny, we broke it. We broke it, Benny. We broke the 30 joke mark this week. I actually deleted 2 of them because they weren't even really jokes, and I have 2 other ones that I didn't finish out, so I'm just going to do them next week. And I can't get enough water on this thing from my frosty mug. I'm trying to get frosty mug water on the gem so I can show Colette what it actually looks like, because she hasn't actually seen it yet. In a minute. Here we go. But haven't done anything in a few weeks. Don't trip. I hardly ever get on this. Oh, and I started stream. Oh, you stream on here. Assassin's Creed Origins. Oh, say, hey, John. I've always thought about getting into the Assassin's Creed, but I always thought, you know, because it was like a PlayStation thing back when I was, you know, all computer, and I need to get the video going. So, John, if you would not mind a little bit, would you be willing to tell me the order? And I could probably look this up on some site, but how many? That's a lot of that. How many Assassin's Creeds are there? And I don't know where the video is. How many Assassin's Creeds are there, and like, where are those in the playlist? Right on, you did it. I would do it. I would do it too, Benny. Is it mixed in with this? It might be. Okay, so that's a different video. That's the gem that we're talking about, and it is not in any way this one. That's 33, 34, 35, 38. No, 38's Iolite. We're going to do that one next week maybe. But it might be this one for Colette, because we need to get this one in the mail tomorrow. Oh, I should be more ready for the show. Is it? Nope. Wait a minute. Not that one. It's this player. And that is still a thing. How is that the video? Maybe I didn't get it. Ooh, did I not get the end of the video? Oh, I'm gonna hate that. So wait a minute. I am so feeling really bad about this. Malfunction of the programming. Let's try this one. It's got the Peridot in it though. It's totally not the right video. Yeah, see this? This is a different video. This piece is not done yet. You guys are getting a nice little inside view of all the gems I haven't done yet. Hey, Zombie Slayer Hunter made it. Hello there. Just showing the support. Drop that like. Hey, cheers, Zombie. Thanks for coming by. Much love, and I hope you have a great week. And here's a joke for you on the way out. Which ocean is different from the rest of them? The Pacific Ocean. Yeah, I think I need to tell that one a little differently. It goes better if you tell it right, but the Pacific Ocean. It's different from the rest of them. It's empty. Well, we're not going to put any water on the gem. At least not from that container. Oh, the show is just falling apart when I don't have the video going. So, I actually am going to try and put this into the USB port and see if it gets anything for us. Nothing. Alright. We're going to have a little bit of a malfunction problem on the show. I'm going to run around to the back side of my computer. And I am going to, yeah, be right back. Alright, we're going to see if the video exists. Because I might have not have taken it. Hey, you know what's great, guys and gals and folks out there? I'll tell you what's great. Quentin Tarantino movies, right? You know, where he plays the end first and the beginning last. It's great, isn't it? I'm glad you agree. So we're going to do that on this show. We're going to play the last one first, and we're going to play the first one last. Because apparently that's what I did. Yeah. Yep, I played the last video. So I was like, there's these many videos, and I took this many and said this one's the first one. But it was like the first one's down here. So you guys didn't even get to see the whole show diddly. Oh, here we go. Okay, I'm actually alright in the, because we got 1 minute. 1 minute and 30 seconds before the video is copied over. So I'm going to show you this gem like we're trying to show of Colette's. And we'll also do that because... Alright, there we go. There. That's a little bit better. A little bit better. Not entirely better, but somewhat better. So that way it's showing the... Oh, it's still not better. There. Okay, so anyway, gonna do that, and we got a microscope camera, so we're gonna actually show that next week. I bought it, folks. I bought the thing. Let's see, I bought a microscope camera. It's one of the ones on a thing. I was telling Michigan Native earlier, I was like, maybe I should go with the endoscope cam. I'm not quite sure. And like this hair has actually come back down to touching my eyelash. I mean, it's, man, I really got to go get it cut because it is just bothering the gravel jacks out of me. Bink. And for, wait. As for the order, I don't know. I just know the last two that came out. For everyone who doesn't know, you can get games and pre-orders cheaper on Amazon than on PlayStation Store. Interesting. I don't know about Xbox, but it's got a Assassin's Creed. A game called something. $10 cheaper than on the PlayStation Store. Interesting, John C. Interesting intel. Indeed. Actually, because I've been using Steam, but I haven't bought anything on Steam in so long. I am such a not a gamer. I should be. Because John, I have a lot of classic games. I have a lot of great games, but man, I have gotten away from getting games in like 5 years. What was the last game that I bought? Black Mesa? Nah, because I bought those Star Wars games. But maybe I bought those before Black Mesa. Because I bought Republican Commando and the Jedi Knight games. And the video's ready! Yay! Alright, so finally, I can actually get back with the show. Alright, so here's where the show starts. Wow, it's like on super speed. That's weird. Why is it on super speed? That's not right. Okay. Let's see if it's doing it right now. Okay. Shh. Finally. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. We have the program. Okay, so just to give you an idea, I did save that piece that you just saw, that piece in the light. It's actually separate. So we did save that little piece. We're going to do something with it. And this is what we ended up with out of that chunk. Pretty cool, huh? Yeah, that's what it turned into. Diamonds! Diamonds in the night. Good night, Z. Good night, zombie. Awesome. Thanks for coming by. You guys are all fantastic. Wait a minute. Zombie Slayer Hunter is a friend of mine, and let's see, what else did I miss? I swear I like some cogency. One of these days I'm gonna get some. And cheers to you two. Raw stones. Raw. Benny Loco. So awesome. I, should have something to talk about, but I'm so trying to get caught up on chats. Okay. My fault for train wrecking the show like that. I cannot believe I did that. I totally train wrecked the show. I was like, hey, I've got 2 20-minute things. We're going to do a little bit of jokes in the middle. Benny, I told you I broke it. I broke the 30 joke mark this week. I even deleted 2 of them, and then I have 2 jokes I didn't quite finish out, and we still got 30 of them. 30 jokes. Hey, Jeremy V is here. Cheers, man. It's good to see you, buddy. I hope you can make it to the joke portion and let me know how horrible they are. I think we're getting better. I think we're getting a little bit better at the joke portion. Hey, Jeremy, Multi Monday is, what is it? I can't even think of it, but I know what it is. Malt liquors, right? Okay. So this week, Multi Monday is malt liquors. What do you have in mind? What's your favorite malt liquor? John C., you want to use a little bit of sanitizer before and after each assassination. Oh, John C. Will the new Assassin's Creed allow you to assassinate via Corona? Totally went there. Too soon? Probably. You are so awesome, Benny Loco. Jacob's just saying it. Because Jacob is reminding you of your awesomeness. Thanks, Streamlabs. Good old bot. Glad we set that up. Now, diamonds are a girl's best friend. Oh, yep, you could hear me smacking it. I was trying to split it off of there. Because I don't want to waste it, Jacob, I sent you a pic on Twitter. Oh, Ron, awesome. Okay, hey, Ron, how are your peppers doing, man? I want to see those. Benny Loco, I keep hearing endoscope. Yeah, Benny knows what an endoscope is. Uh, it's really been like 5 years for you. I couldn't do it. I go mad not being able to play games. Oh, John, I know what you're talking about, man. I think that's why I played like 340 hours of Final Fantasy 12. Okay, how about this, John? Oh, shame on me. I bought San Andreas because it was $5, and I thought about buying GTA 5, but I gotta be getting too old, John. I mean, I didn't like the story. Like, I remember seeing a friend of mine play it, and a lot of people might like the Trevor character. I didn't. So I was like, well, I'll just skip this one. But I did buy San Andreas because that was a classic game. I like the character in that. Like Chris the Phenomenon, and I played GTA 4 together, and I was so excited about that game coming out. But like the character is a bad guy, and it's a tragedy, so it's not fun to replay it. I didn't have a whole lot of fun replaying it. Probably Mickey's malt liquor. I gotcha. Final Fantasy is my oh, dude, John. See, I, I. Here's part of the problem. Is like I went and I got, what is it, Redis, and then I went up and I started 99 in everybody in the top of the Great Crystal by casting rays on all the necrophobes. So you cast rays, and the necrophobes, they're like 28,000, so you got to have 3 physical hits to take them out because your max is 9999. But if you cast rays, you can get them, and it's like a 90% chance of success that they all. And then I had one character who had the Excalibur sword, and it's got the holy element, and then everybody in the party had absorb holy hats, so he would just, to heal people, he wouldn't cast a spell, he'd just go around and chop everybody, and so it was a lot faster. Oh, I love that game. But like I was saying, if they come down on the price, maybe, but right now they're charging like $50, and that's on their super sale, their super summer sale, for an old game that I've played way too many hours of and don't need to be playing any more hours of.